Houston. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We got a show to get to. Houston. Come on back to the front of the congregation. I need you. Remember y'all kept telling me, oh my God, Houston is where it's at. Everybody over in Atlanta is moving over to Houston. Remember when y'all was telling me that? Yeah, everybody is moving to Houston. You know what's so funny? Houston is the bluest city in Texas. Of all of the cities, that's the bluest in Texas. Houston is the bluest in Texas. And guess what? They the brokest. Is that registering with y'all? Does that correlate? Do you see the reason why things are the way that it is? Of all of the places in Texas, and shout out to John Whitmire, the new mayor. It's not even his fault. I got to give him a round of applause. Houston. The mayor said, y'all don't got no money and y'all operating at a deficit. He was on standby? Okay, I see. Thanks, Rita.
Well, Houston, we may have a problem. Our mayor announcing today that city government has more expenses than revenue to pay for them.
That's right. Fox 26 political reporter Greg Grugan is back from today's council meeting where city leaders absorbed the financial reality check. Greg.
Yeah, Caroline and Rashi, the news from Mayor John Whitmire came with no sugarcoating. That is, despite massive needs in multiple areas, the city he was just elected to lead is operating in the red.
I think we can all agree on that we're broke.
Mayor John Whitmire delivering the hard, honest truth about the city of Houston's financial condition.
It gives us a real opportunity to talk about the financial picture of this city. It's broken. It was broken when I got here.
With an estimated current deficit of at least $160 million.
Let's hold off before we get into it. Some people in the chat are saying, actually, Austin is the bluest city. It's not. If you actually go by population and not just based off of percentages of how people vote, because percentages of how people vote can be skewed, right? Because, for example, the voter percentages and the turnouts in voters is significantly lower, so you can actually skew those numbers a little bit. But if you go based off of the population, Houston's population is more than double what Austin's population is. Yeah, it's over 2 million people over in Houston. And we're not even talking about the metro area. We're just talking about Houston, the city itself. It is actually the bluest city inside of Texas. So context matters. Context matters. The population is less than 1 million people in Austin. It's more than 2 million people in Houston. And they are already, listen, you got a city with over 2 million people, and they're operating at $160 million deficit. That's annually, ladies and gentlemen. And they're not even a sanctuary city. Annually. $160 million deficit.
Whitmire is exploring a 5% across-the-board cut to all aspects of city government, barring firefighters and police.
I don't like a 5% cut now, but you have to make tough decisions. And the folks put me in this position to make tough decisions, and I'm going to do my job.
A job which included settlement of the long-festering labor impasse with firefighters at a cost of $650 million for 7 years of back pay and an additional $180 million for annual wage hikes over the next 5 years. Analysts say the deal delivers taxpayers a substantial discount from the amount an arbitrator would have likely awarded the aggrieved firefighters.
Now, this is going to come down to a financial sacrifice by the city. Now, we could either be 1.2 billion broke, or we could be 650 million broke.
Councilmember Tiffany.
Broke is broke. And guess what? It's not just the firefighters and settlements and all of this stuff. Listen, these guys are doing their job without getting paid often at times. For the times that they actually doing their job and they saving your houses and they saving your cats out of trees and the police officers is taking care of business and they trying to keep y'all safe. Y'all don't want to pay y'all people. Hey, I thought that y'all said that because every time I go and I see somebody say, oh my God, Jeff Bezos or all of these people are getting too rich. I thought that people said, hey, teachers and firefighters and all of these people that are actually good for the community, I don't believe that they should get paid as low as they should. Okay, well, now they're giving y'all what it is that y'all want. Pay raises, taking care of business, the ones that's the real heroes in the community, they're giving y'all what y'all want. But guess what? That's not the true issue. That's not the real issue. Let's continue.
Thomas expressed alarm at the mounting red ink.
Are we going to fee Houstonians? Is it a trash fee? Are we paying for parking after 6? Are we going after Metro's money? What are we doing?
The mayor says the search for additional funding is underway and could include asking the taxpayers to step up.
Guess what happens? Wait a minute. So when the water, remember when the past mayor and all of these, and they was putting their homeboys in office and airports and, the water people and all of that stuff, and everybody was finessing and everybody was getting money down in Houston, and y'all had Drake come through and Beyonce and Offset and them, Migos. So wait a minute. You're telling me that they're going to pass the buck over to the taxpayers? What? Did I not just have this conversation with y'all? I haven't seen this video. Most of the videos, 98% of the videos that I look at on this, I look at them for the first time. I look at the first 5-6 seconds just to make sure that the audio is halfway decent. And then we all review it together. As a matter of fact, most of the videos that I review on here, you guys send me. Shout out to all of the chasers and the bag chasers that be texting me and sending me these videos. Wait a minute. So Houston is going the same way as California now that all of the Californians move into Houston, and Atlanta's went to Houston after they ruined California and they ruined Atlanta, and it became bluer, and y'all robbed the city of its resources, and they said, well, we don't have to pay any state taxes. Well, now we gonna triple your property taxes. They're gonna raise your who's gonna pay this? Ghostbusters. It's great to be a homeowner, ain't it? Ain't it great to be a homeowner? Listen, we gonna pass the buck. We don't know how to manage our budget correctly, and it's not John Whitmore's fault. He literally just got elected. All of these government handouts and vouchers and EBT and all of this stuff. Shout out to Houston. Houston is broke. They haven't filed for bankruptcy yet, because you know what they're going to do? They're going to raise taxes on y'all. It's the facts.
I'm not going to play games with people's lives. I'm not going to play politics with people's lives. So we have a responsibility to settle with the firefighters and protect Houstonians.
And yet another crystal clear sign of the city's financial duress. The mayor asked each member of council to refrain from bringing forward any proposal that would demand additional spending. Caroline Rushing?
That's very interesting, especially after he approved the contract, and a lot of people are wondering what his long-term plan is there.
Well, he said it's our responsibility, and it's a good deal, so we'll see.
So you are going to have to pay for it. Yeah. It's your job. Well, of course, Houston is nowhere near in debt as high as California because California is a whole state and Houston is a city. What are y'all saying in the chat? Are y'all looking at what y'all typing before y'all type it? Why would a city be as in debt as an entire state? Listen, y'all got to start thinking about what y'all say before y'all say it. Of course, it's not going to be in the same type of debt as the entire state. The state runs its budget separately from the individual cities. So come on, man. Come on. Come on. Listen, listen, listen. I know that I break it down from a C student's perspective, but I'm trying to tell y'all that y'all gotta start reading in between the lines, doing the research, and thinking about what you're saying before you say it. All of these cities and all of these states are going to suffer, and they're going to pass the buck over to you, the taxpayers, and then you guys are going to have to carry it on your back even more instead of forcing them to actually manage their budgets and their deficits more effectively. Okay? So shout out to Houston. I can't wait to rub this in Q's face.